Happy Independence Day, happy celebration. We rejoice with our nation.
When in 1960, we lowered.
What's the essence of being in the art? Why did I choose this path?
Whether you're light complexion, you are very dark, you're brown, the most important thing is that the green, white, green has put us together as one formidable country.
In order for Nigeria to move forward, we need a stronger and incorruptible democracy.
Essays from both seniors and junior categories clearly captured the topic, the Nigeria of my future, that is the future is now.
When we energize the youth, we're energizing the country.
The Z-Mirage UK have provided a platform to make sure that this happens.
I sat there with wounded eyes. The swollen, decaying body of my son was dragged in a black bag by stone-faced soldiers. Not an ounce of emotions displayed. Once again, the first soldier,
The sergeant.
yes, the sergeant, he asked if I was strong enough to identify him. It was a disturbing sight. He warned. What was he talking about? Identify my own dead son? I gave him life. I could see what remains God has kept for me. He started to pull at the zipper end of the bag. When the long zipper reached its end, then the disemboweled, butchered meat was exposed. The first thing I noticed was his missing fingers and genitals.
Jesus. Genitals?
They wanted him to talk while in excruciating pain. It was as if they wanted to tear away his senses from his being. Little droplets of tears started to fall. I felt a slow flowing wetness between my legs. That was when I knew that I had become broken, fractured vase, cracked. There he laid in the black bag, common butchered meat, everything all mangled, my own flesh and blood, my son.
Butchered meat? But I thought that...
Yes, my son was the butchered meat. His whole body had been cut off, bit by bit. Then the soldier then went on to tell me that he had been caught by the bad boys when they tried to liberate a village. Some Christians had been held up in the church, and Peter went in to save them. There they caught him, tied him up on a stake, and asked him to denounce Christ. The rosary, the very rosary I gave him to protect him the day he left. Then he goes to kill him. The fools wanted Peter, the rock, our gift to Christ, to denounce him. I should have left him alone when he ran to the monastery, pleading to be a reverend father. I should have left him there, serving the Lord. Maybe he would still have been alive today. But see now, how it all turned out, all sour. Each time they asked him to denounce Christ, he refused. So they kept cutting away at his raw flesh until life slowly ebbed out of him, dripping with his blood, drained. He passed out, dying for Christ and for his country. I was so confused. I was mad. What was this? That was the only time my anger swelled. I cried.
Why? Out of it, Papa. I told you not to go and get his body. You knew he was dead right before you left. Did you come back with the body? Or has the army decided to bury him cheap? A caterpillar dug grave with people that he did not even know, like they did my son Patrick. Tell me, Papa.
They refused to release him.
Grenade blew them apart, and they had problems arranging the pieces. What did they do with it? Gallo digs a grave right now as we speak. Tell me, brother.
They promised to bring him tomorrow. He will be buried with full military honors, with gunshots and all.
Because he praised. It would be a shame to our ancestors if we bury an empty coffin with a uniform effigy of his son. So what happened after?
Well, they returned my transport money and set me back on the road home. I could not even utter a single word, just sighs and mournful grunts. Huh? What a world. What a useless, priceless, meaningless life this has turned out to be. My own son, butchered like a common cow. All he did was try to save his country. All he did was try to serve the country. And us, huh? What sin have we committed? This country is mad, I swear. Who killed my son? Who is guilty? That's all I want to know. Who?
Welcome back, Father.
Have you paid it?
Yes, we found a space by the mango tree.
Stone, you will dig mine. Huh?
Brother, no.
What do you mean no? Why? 2 of my children lie there already. Huh? Tomorrow the last seed of mine will join them. One day I tell you, the whole village will gather around to ask us some questions. What am I still doing here? When the shawls that should cover my old skin are buried and decaying over the bodies of our sons. I tell you, one day they would ask.
And we will answer them. Not God. He giveth and he taketh. Every man has his time. So what questions?
Did they die well?
They died the way God wanted them to. Every man has his time. It is clearly written on the forehead. God wrote it there.
Which God do you speak of?
The one true God of the Cosine Church. Words floating from the mouth of the women got to his ears. They spoke while they thought he was asleep. No, he got up, had a wash, dressed well, and ordered 2 kegs of palm wine. He assured me that he was not going to drink it. So I gave him some money and he went to find a new wife.
Or did you pay God to return calmness to his wandering mind? Did you?
Here comes our angel. Our temporary savior from the conscience of death. What's now, Master?
Your medication. Now, please, come in. Mama is worried. She needs to speak to you about tomorrow. We are running out of money. Where is Makama? He should be in bed now. It looks as if the night is going to be very cold. He needs his thick sweater. I say, where is he?
He went to they lost somebody too.
Please, come in. The women are waiting. Tomorrow creeps in and there's still so much to do.
Tomorrow? This is not our first burial, is it? And I'm sure it will not be the last. Look, I shall come in later when all is set. Tell her to save some tears for the burial. A mother should not have to bury a child. She has buried one too many.
Come in then. The women will still need some money to buy a few things for tomorrow. A burial in the village is never complete without tears and food. Even the act of crying needs strength.
By Allah, I like that woman.
Yes, that's what. She came here to marry her husband. After he died, she married his family. I wonder why she never remarried.
I tried to arrange for a fitting suitor, but no one would have her. She wanted no man, too educated, a nurse. She was the wife of a lieutenant colonel in the army who passed on so abruptly. Now no one has the courage to enter where a brave warrior had been. I think she's profoundly sad. We have left her farm unattended. If only there was a way I could loosen her.
Shut up there, you fool. She's your late brother's wife.
Yes, Yes.
I don't want to help her find a smile again. I can never believe we say such silly things. See, you lived with them in their boys' quarters, fed and kept by her. Yes.
She just opened, just wasted there.
Shut up, bloody fool. The dead will hear you.
The dead are dead, father. The living must go on. Every morning she goes to tend her late husband's empty grave. Even for my troublesome wife, Precious, I could have helped her tend her farm too.
Quiet there, stupid boy. The wind can carry your words to her. There are women in the house. The men of Dogara family do not force themselves on their women. Never. What is this world turning into? Huh? Oh, where is father? Huh? And you, I can never believe that you let him go out before a burial. His aged sense of loss always triggers off his dementia.
He looked well when he left home. He must be fine.
Bulus. Has anyone seen Bulus?
Our Bulus?
Yes.
He should be at the council where he was posted.
That is the problem. Huh? He was not there. Only his picture is there. His picture is posted everywhere. He is being charged for assaulting an officer. Huh? He's wanted dead or alive, preferably dead, the sergeant said.
How could he assault an officer? Was he mad?
Has madness ever left his family? Remember how he beat his own father to a pulp? Taboo. Huh? See how his madness has manifested. Full blown now.
He will never come here. He will never come here, I say. He knows how I feel about him and his useless drunken ways. I mean, slap an officer? What happened to army discipline?
Be careful, brother, how you insult him. His family, you know. Huh? We have our own drunken cross to bear in this family.
Who does she think she is? I said, who does she think she is? Right? Let them come. One by one, my brave children will kill her and our colleagues. She will never find peace.
What is this? What happened? I told you not to let a drop like that. Press on the street. Oh, look at what you are carrying. Everything went well until you know what happened. Ayuba, you're the senior one. Tell us what happened.
Sir, we left here.
We know that. Tell us something you already know.
Sir, see, everything looked normal. He made us whisper his favorite war song, and he marched in front of us briskly. For a moment, we enjoyed the attention of the villagers. They clapped and cheered us on until, yes, he walked to the shrine of Uid. Yes, he walked past the priest. Mazadu, the chief priest, was uttering some prayers in front of the shrine of Uid. In one moment, Makama turned, collected the keg of palm wine from me, and emptied everything on top of Uid.
Every drop. His wife left my face, and then walked out of here.
Mazadu swore to return tonight with trouble.
Of course he would. Now you can take it and go. Huh? You see what father has cost now? I told you.
Brother.
Everything is all right. Now that you are home, everything is fine. So, before I forget, after we sent a message that will be coming home tonight, he finally came home after all our messages asking him to come.
Then we shall end that matter with the king tonight. Huh? We need to do it very quickly, or else our family will lose it all.
But I am very worried. I hear he's taking part in the elections. What does he think all this time for?
We can ask him when he comes tonight. That is if he comes. Huh? I think he came for Peter's burial.
Also, he sent a bag of rice and a cow.
And also a bag of acha.
Immediately they saw the cow, they started asking for more money for pepper and salt. They want to turn the bear to a pig. Peter was a child, we should not contribute.
No. Let them. Peter has always had a good head. And even in death, his good luck continues to manifest.
Save me! I am dead. They have killed me.
We all know how all this to carry.
Woman, what is this now? Eh? The whole village is quiet. We are in mourning. And here you are, crying and falling on the floor. See, our women are waiting for the dead body of our beloved son. We keep watch tonight against another creeping visitor.
He visited me tonight. He resides in my house for the night. He just snapped my daughter's feeble neck.
Your daughter, which one?
Dada! The one who got married 2 months ago to a man from Kebbi.
What happened?
I did my best, did I not? Do you have any idea how a girl grows up without a father?
Who killed her? Huh?
What do I know? They say bandits, kidnappers, common cutthroats.
Answer him. Who did this? And have you called the police?
Odimi?
Yes. He is there to protect you all.
Protect who? Protect who? The bandits came to the village where she stayed with her husband. When the army arrived, it was sergeants they met. They threatened and forced her to confess the way the bandits took. 3 days later, the bandits returned, forced sergeant to confess informing the soldiers, and in broad daylight, with the camera recording, they tied her heads to the back like Salaram and slit her throats. We were in church practicing the songs for tomorrow's burial. When someone sent the scene to Maggie, the choir mistress, I just kept on running till I fell here.
Mati, take her in. Take her in.
Fathers, we greet you.
What is this? Who sent this?
Captain Salifu.
Up in the bag?
He sent it to. It has 15,000 naira cash, and it is in 200 naira notes. Brand new. I've seen it is from the bakery shop. It also smells good too.
So now you can't smell the money you accepted.
No, he made us count it.
Not a note must be missing, he said. He even made us swear. Then he gave us 500 naira each, and he left.
This is the first time we will do this. He never attends our burial. Only gifts. That is not of the road.
Should we refuse the gifts then?
No.
Leave them there then. Give me the bag of money. Okay. So here, 200 naira each for both of you. Women, good boys, and then this car will be your limit. Huh? Open one of the boxes and take one bottle. Share it. Don't fight over it.
We also taking about you. To be honest, we must replace Peter in the army. And you being our distant relative, how with the blood rights to replace our fallen heroes?
Bulus, it is you, Bulus.
Yes,
my
Father.
son. I was so worried.
I heard you came to the cantonment. That is why I am here, to pay my respect to the last great soldier. I am sorry I may not be able to march with you as we do in the family, due to obvious reasons, but I shall watch by the bush. I need a drink.
Here, take one. We have 2 boxes too.
Brookston beer, the best liquor from the Republic of Chad. This one is best. The toughest contraband good to get. It goes straight into the head. Father, where did you get this?
Great stuff. Capitano sent them. He added the usual 50,000 too.
Yeah, Father. My contribution, 10,000 naira only. I am sorry for Peter's sudden departure from Earth.
Thank you. May we not repay you soon in such a sad circumstance. Huh?
Good shot! Boys, what are you doing here?
This is the way I wanted to be.
This is the way I wanted to be.
This is the way I wanted to be.
What is so old now? We should have invited a young married pastor from the Christian church. One that will drive away all the spirits of premature death from this family. One that will from
But Pastor Ada insisted that he should be the one.
Then forgive me, brother. I shall sleep in church tomorrow. Pastor Ada is sending me to sleep. His voice is so soothing. Even the angel that spoke to Peter told tomorrow to sleep. And they will be left behind when they pray to heaven. Come to pick them.
This woman is an angel, I swear. How do you know what you're waiting for?
Spirit of a caring woman. What? Why are you all laughing? What have I said? Father!
Nothing. She just struck me that tonight we must be praying from the short shelter of sadness. The pepper soup.
Sadness? I don't know about that. This is home. My home. This is where my husband is planted. This is where I will mature till I wither.
Yes, we buried your husband a long time ago. But don't you want something else other than wearing dark clothes? Or don't you feel cold and lonely during the rainy nights?
Leave the poor woman alone. Time has healed her.
Has it? Father.
Yes, tell us. Here, madam. Quench the sadness of your clothes. Find a peace that will help you to keep madam a secret. Let us tell life that another kind of funny tricks like sickness and death in the day.
Father?
Go on, my child. Your husband has not come home for several nights. One night to do. Take it. Be a good daughter to this family.
I am free again.
You have done enough goodness to enter heaven tonight. But the one is still a long way off. Yeah. Open the reading gate wider.
I know better now. I feel better already. I sing this song each time I miss him. I only know the chorus. Island in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another land, and we'll rely on each other. From one lover to another, and we rely on each other. And then it was time to sail away. He left without me. I suspected nothing. I was on evening duty at the clinic. I was worried when I came back home in the morning and there was no sign of his presence. Our room had been searched and I could not find some documents and his service revolver. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I went to the headquarters and I met the place full with strange-faced soldiers armed to the teeth. That was when I became afraid. An old corporal who had worked with my husband told me to go home. I did. Later, he came and told me that my husband was involved in a coup and had been taken to Lagos. 2 days later, the new head of state announced that as he spoke, the coup plotters were being executed. My husband's name was mentioned, and I was brought here since then, and I have remained here. I shall remain till I die.
And enough, Mati. Enough. Thank you. That will be enough.
Father, can I ask a question?
Please do.
Was my husband buried in the grave behind the house like his brothers?
Why do you ask?
I sweep and tend the small cemetery at the back of the house. As I sweep each grave, I feel the presence of the body in it. I feel nothing in Patrick's grave. Is he so dead that his spirit walked away? Is he so angry with me that he denies me his presence? Why does he cry in my dreams? He was a decorated soldier of the Civil War. Why would he refuse to sleep with his brothers? Why? Why?
Gallo, take it.
I did not feel sorry for my son, Patrick. He knew the consequences of taking back to me.
It is a two-sided coin. Our commanding officer is to say, if he succeeds, you are a hero. If he does not, you are a villain. Sadly, his school did not succeed.
Well, how about the lie we had to tell her? She does not feel him because it is true. And all we did was bury an effigy there.
There you go again, brother. Do you know where he was buried? Your son died a hero. He will be brought home and buried with full military honors. Mine was shot by firing squad. His body belonged to no one. To control us, we buried an effigy there. Just one last ounce of respect for this family.
That was why I slapped the officer, you know. Our men were dying in thousands, trying to restore dignity and honor to this country. And some bandits are there making money from our tragic happenings.
And so, is your job to stop them?
I had to stop him. The Boko Haram boys had come to attack us. And there he was, sleeping with 2 girls, like a dog. So to bring him back to his senses, I had to slap him. Father, I was mad. My men were dying, and there he was enjoying.
And so you raised your hands and slapped me. An officer?
Someone had to. If I had a gun, I would have shot him in cold blood. Fathers, we were soldiers. It would be a big shame if Chad get the Boko Haram boys before us. I mean, with our money and size, almost 6 years, we haven't ended the common uprising.
My friend, you shout. Your voice could travel to wrong ears.
Let them hear. Let them hear. We go to attack the boys with AK-47 guns, while our enemies hold more sophisticated weapons. Where did they get them? Who gave them? I lost my squad mate in 1 day.
You still had no right to do that.
Yes. You still had no right to do that. And you, a bloody rank and file, touch an officer and a gentleman. Ah! That would have never happened in my days.
I know, Father, I know. The contradiction sets in when you see great men and gallant soldiers, such as Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Abu Ali and his men, like Major Erasmus and his men who died in Bama. 85 soldiers kidnapped in Ganshiga because of absolute weapon. Great men, and nobody cared. Then during their funerals, you used to see the faces of weeping wives and children. Then the haunting image returns. Innocent girls raped, desolate villages, hungry men and women. Then you realize that only the soldiers can save the people. The so-called leaders of the people have failed the people. Only the armed force, I mean the military, can save the people. I shall be here tomorrow. My brother-in-law, distinguished Senator Sunday Aku, says he will talk to the commanding officer. He will handle it. For now, I must hurry up to see my mother.
Come, son. Come. All will be well, eh? All will be well. That boy knows too much. We may bury him soon.
He has always been like that. Yes. Yes. But, I mean, soldiers are not meant to talk like our great wives.
Papa! Papa!
Oh, we greet you. We greet you.
Talk to your father. Or we will not perform the hand ceremony for the money.
Please, Papa. Please. The ancestors will refuse him entering the gates of heaven.
Which heaven? A mere promised figment of Mazadu and his likes to pinch our trust. Hey, go, Mazadu. Go, or I shall kill you with my free-edged hands. I say go.
Or can someone hold this demented fool?
Demented fool? Me? Let me be. God, let me be. Let him join his demented God who cares little for the tears of my people. See what happened to Gore's son in Metele not too long ago. 200 soldiers killed. No one cared for them. My only great-grandnephew left to die with his pen. 10 waste. And you stand there saying, I defiled the shrine of weed. He has defiled our sensibilities. He has defiled our hearts. Now fractured, there's nothing left but pieces of sad memories to cling to.
I am sorry you feel this.
Why are you sorry now? It is not your fault. I'm the oldest man in this village, but what does that mean anymore? The men who should give me the pride of life, the power to live, all lie in shallow graves, dug in arched stones in the middle of the night. They say I am a demented old man, which means I am nothing. Worth nothing. Who has stayed too long for nothing.
All is forgiven.
We shall come to perform the Ahmed ceremony. But first, I need to take the money alone to buy the necessary things. 10,000 naira.
10,000 naira. Thank God the army returned my money. I had forgotten about the Hamut rite. Please, Papa, please, he must be buried well.
Not anymore. Not a kobo more. Mazadu must swear first.
The gates of the land of the dead will be close to him. He will not be allowed to eat with his ancestors.
Not a kobo anymore. I say we shall not feed wheat this time, unless he promises not to touch a man or woman in this house again.
No, Hughes cannot promise that. His power
As it takes, God replaces. That is the rule of life.
Your weed is greedy then. It takes more than God gives. Greedy.
You will be angry with you.
Oh, Father, you should have left him alone.
Why? Can't you see how Mazadu, how fat Mazadu remains like his father before him? I have seen 4 generations of fat toad from his family exploit the people of this village, all in the name of Bui. 10 graves. 10 graves are all we have to show for their fatness. Shame on them.
What happened? What went wrong? How was this going to be? How did our revolution fail? What makes this country better?
Revolution? Which revolution? Huh?
Our own revolution is not the one with the frail hands. The one who received the crown from the king in 1914. And watched silently as our country was being carved from smaller little tribes. The one who marched with World War I. Strong bayonet rifles in hands. And we were going left, right, left. Down. Huh? Lord Lagard was ever so proud of us. He named us Nigeria. When in 1960, we lowered the white man's flag and raised the green, white, green flag of the Federation of Nigeria. Our pride was complete. The white man had everything planned. The politicians were to rule the people, and we, the army, were there merely to maintain the security, territorial integrity, and sovereignty of our new country. The white men made us learn this by heart, even from rank and file to the new commissioned officers of the new Nigerian army.
It was not clear. Why did you get it wrong? We never did.
You did.
When?
It was here on my sacred chair on the 15th of January 1966, when we heard his voice on my box radio, that the first coup had taken place. If that is what you now call a revolution, then you're a fool.
But it was our revolution. It was our revolution all the same. I mean, tell them, brother.
It was a revolution. No white men, no kings, no queens. Just us.
But that killed the spirit of one Nigeria. We were never to know peace again. And where did the ism take us? More bloodshed. It reminds me of the major of our company. He would say, almost like a parting shot, that the unity of all of us belongs to the effort we put into that unity. But you did not listen. You destroyed everything.
Father, this is what he does. Civil. He was wanted to leave Nigeria, and we wanted them to stay. The army. The army has to keep Nigeria as one country.
Yes, to keep Nigeria one, it's a task that must be done.
After the war in 1960, we started to rebuild. The army has stand by Nigeria to make sure she remained one entity.
Of course, many coups took place. Some were bloody and some were not.
As a result of our select for good governance, we wanted to select good leaders and hand over to the politicians. But honest and selfless politicians were hard to find.
But that destroyed the army. The trappings of power was also luring young soldiers only look forward to becoming state governors.
So the people turned to us. Our fools were too many. We no longer kept our promise to pick a good group of politicians. And very soon, the politicians too lost confidence in themselves.
Pretty, very sad.
Then came the insurgencies and lack of national stability. That was when I joined the army. Every tribe wanted to be there. Every tribe's own demands. So much trouble and so very few soldiers to calm the country. Imagine 130,000 soldiers.
That's for them. That's some. Yeah, no, that's confused.
Eh? How can you say that? Azikiwe, Balewa, Yonosi, Muritala, Obasanjo, Shagari, Buhari, Babangida, Shonekon, Abacha, Abdusalam, Obasanjo, Yaradua, Jonathan, and Buhari, and still no Messiah.
I did not sleep when you, fresh out of the school, was posted to backward. I mean, what did you even know?
We learned on the God, Father. He really was a good more equipped than us. So they are fearless. For 20 years, we have been problems in the Niger Delta. We found anger, a lack of squalor in the midst of plenty, broken promises to the people. I saw hate in their eyes, and even when they wore masks, was worse. Everyone looked like enemies, our own brothers, and yet the army had to stop it. Father, the anger was much. God stepped in when the amnesty discussion came, and tender peace was restored. The army tried. We lost people at the expense of the fight to help peace. That was not all. Uprising after uprising followed after. Bakassi, IPOB, now the king of them all, Boko Haram. Sadly, as people died, the armies were seen as the enemies instead of the savior.
Oh, I fear for us all. I fear for the lives of soldiers who defend us.
I saw an army officer fly over the body of a young soldier. He wept like a child. It was the days of the professors of the University of Maiduguri were kidnapped and killed. I mean, how did they know the professors were coming? Who told them of their exact location? The time we went to rescue them, that was when I was shot on my left leg. And that's when I said, enough is enough. Please don't understand the position of Bulus.
Oh, what's this? What's this? What life is this?
Now, Father?
Eh? As you spoke, my son's butchered body in the bag appeared to me again. Was this the Nigeria we proudly raised our flag for? I mean, at what point did soldiers choose money over duty?
I have had enough. I'm sorry for the house of Dogara. Very soon it will be full of women, not a young man to continue the legacy. What will the army look like without a Dogara? I will rest in my room. You call me when it is time.
His grandfather thinking of going tonight. I hate when he goes into rest. That is when he goes down, which is returning from a dawn in his dreams.
I hear drums. Who is coming here at this time of night?
Enough! It's okay. Enough for now, eh? Boys, go get the gift from the car. I greet you, my elder.
Welcome, son. How was your trip here? We heard the sirens, but thought it was the army bringing people's body home.
Father, I am very sorry. Eh? In fact, we are here for you. My small contribution. Take her.
Thank you. You've done so much already. I saw the gifts you sent earlier, and now this.
say we have no leader?
We have a leader.
Let's sing and help.
So they are also a father that speaks and close to God. So they are also a leader who wipes away our tears. So they are also a leader that comes when we are hungry. So they are also take care of them. So they are also.
Hey, it is enough. It is enough. It is okay. Polite. We have a burial this morning. Our neighbors we have all gone mad. It's okay. You can go.
Where is great grandfather Makama?
He's fine. He's having a rest. I'm sure you heard this a keg of palm wine.
Oh yes. Mazadu came to my house this morning. In fact, I paid him for Peter's hamlet. You know, Peter must be laid to rest properly, and little trivialities should not tarnish his legacy.
I'm sure he would have asked for more money than was
necessary. No. Just enough to keep peace even until after the election. You know, there are people who still believes in Mazadu and what he does. Yes, we need their votes.
I see. So that is why you are dancing and singing this late in the night. Are you contesting for that? I thought you're already a distinguished senator.
Father, positions are never enough for a politician. Just like the huge belly of an elephant, there's always room for more.
Gallo is right. In fact, I want to be the governor of this state.
Governor?
Yes. And the people need me. Yes. They begged me on their knees. They sang, pleading that I saved them from the jaws of bad governance. You know, I am the people's answer to a cry for a savior.
Your people?
Yes. You know.
Interesting.
In fact, I made that outgoing governor. Can you imagine? What did he have? All he had was good English. He was a poor, struggling man. So I thought I could invest in him. And all that changed in power.
Senator
started dishing out orders and telling people to do this and that. No, that was when I decided to destroy him. Second.
So you became God.
No. Godfather. That is what they call us in politics. Hey, can you imagine? That boy started dishing out orders, telling me to do this and that. Me.
But he was the governor.
And fathers. And you know, politics is money. It was a common investment, and when he forgot who created him, I decided to send him back to the slums.
Slums?
Yes, nothingness, poverty.
But I remember you were from the slums until you joined the army.
Yes. You were from the slums. You rose higher. Every time there was a coup. You rose when you became the military administrator. You were washed clean. No, now you forget.
No, the people need me. The nation begged me.
All right. Already you have become a military governor. I'm a distinguished senator. And now you want to become governor? Is it only you? Must you be everything?
We thank you for the other projects all over the village. Thank you for the family house.
But you did not allow the family move into the house?
When we wanted to ask no one was here, we had a simple question. You got angry and you left.
I am sorry. I am sorry.
10 graves lie behind that house, including that of Bengi, your father. So what were we to do with them? They died for this country in their own small way. What did you intend to do with their graves? Answer us, son. Time is short. Who knows where we'll be going next? That is why we invited you here tonight. Peter should be with us when we have this meeting, but you see, only God knows better.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Bulus has a case in the army. He's not an officer. What do you get to know about it?
Oh, Bulus. In fact, I will speak to the commanding officer. You know, But first, he will resign and become my personal campaign security officer.
No! No! I need over to be punished. We want him punished.
Yes.
He's not an officer.
Abba.
We're all soldiers too.
Abba.
Oh, you want to pass me now.
And whatever you want. Whatever you want. You know, I just thought of the issue of blood. It will be very hard to explain to my wife.
Why?
Yes.
The first lady in waiting must understand that in this family, our will fathers who
brother, there is no hope here. You can go. You can go to your waiting downstairs.
We shall see you at the church tomorrow.
No problem.
May the ancestors keep us.
No problem. I will be here tomorrow when the spirits are calmer. I am very sorry, Father.
Why did we send him away in that manner?
He is not from here anymore. He belongs to them now in a big city. What was a man who takes you know that he wanted to break down this family house, level it all, tombstone and all, and on the father's grave, build
I greet the messenger of the king.
The palace greets you. I have come for him as promised. The elders are meeting tonight.
Good. This will not take too long. We have a letter for you.
Yes.
Have you done the right thing?
Yes. Yes, Father.
Good. Have you picked a fair and just leader?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Then send for the mother of the house.
Yes, Father.
Igalo has gone for her.
What are we doing here? Who stands for him?
Me. I am his mother.
Our own daughter, wife, and mother have simply joined the ancestors. The one who stands before you is the eldest wife of the family, the head of the women of the Ghana house.
Welcome, mother. Will he be a good leader?
Yes. He is my son. I stand for him.
Who do we talk about here, Father?
My son, quiet. Henceforth, listen more. That is how the country's legs. So many uses hope to head on. Then the reason out and back. We will get it for you now.
Fathers, as his mother, I have fed my son. Now let him go into the world and be the new leader. Be not afraid, son. The women of this family are behind you.
As the family leaders before you, Papa, Saji, and me, the dance belongs to you now. Dance well. Audu, messenger of the sun PM, take him to the palace. Tell the king that he will sit for us. His goodness belongs to us. His bad deeds belong to him. We have raised him well, so we expect nothing less than good attitude from him. Stop. It is bad luck for mourners to escort the visitors too far. We shall see you when you return. We shall send gifts to the king in the morning. Igalo, you come. You will need this now, our new leader. It's been a long search. I'm tired of waiting for this to happen. Now I can sleep well tonight. I thought you'd choose either Akul or Bulus.
Akul has turned out to be a rich fool, set in his ways. He had perfected how to use the uniform to extract his demands. and how to use the civilian cloak to exploit the people. As for Bolos, I know now why they call him a bulldozer. It's just a brute. No control. One day, he would have us lined up with our buttocks laced with koboko for not paying enough respect to him. May the gods forbid.
Oh, it was a man who finally gonna give us our way. He started to adopt a man qualified by everyone and give us our upbringing and training.
Yes.
So now, Ghana is our man.
Yes. What we need now is a leader who remains just another man like the rest of us.
We the wise counsel of the elders like us. The people who soon recognize that we need more. Take actions more than thought. Father, about this last year house the elders of the house want to come forward to give our son a befitting farewell. The villagers will come to see the family legionnaires march. Let us not disappoint them, Father. Let us give them one last family parade, led by our commander-in-chief, before we all step aside.
Yes, like a pull out of the generals.
Yes.
Yes. If it is an order from RSM Rufai to Corporal Makama, I will come for the parade, sir. But this shall be the very last one. Let us go to bed, sons, to catch a wink. We have a child to bury in the morning.
Good morning. We are here this morning to say goodbye to one of our own. As members of the armed forces, led by Lieutenant Colonel Dogara, we are determined to smoke out the enemies from their enclaves. They were brave, precise, professional, and inspiring. The battle in which they rescued women, mothers, fathers, led to their paying the supreme sacrifice. Today we bury Colonel Peter Dogara, who exemplified the values of our nation and military, which are loyalty, honor, respect, and dignity. We know you are leaving behind your parents, wife, children, and other dependents. We all miss you. Rest assured that your labors will never be in vain. You will always be alive in our memories. Your loved ones will remain in our care. The great army family of the Dogara House will never forget you. May God bless you all. May God bless Nigeria. Thank you.